Google pays you to do plug Gmail. You are 40. You look 23. How is there such a huge difference? I assume you are a sarcastic smartass and have been slapped a few times. Being funny is very important to you. Hey, wanna know what material this sweatshirt's made of? Boyfriend material. All right, here's the deal. You guys send in some assumptions about me. I'm gonna read them. I'm gonna tell you whether they're true or not. And then I'm gonna pick a winner and donate $250 in their name to the nonprofit Ocean Conservancy. And being an ex-management consultant, I of course grouped your assumptions into different categories. We have age and appearance, childhood, personality, relationships, and sexual orientation. Apparently that's not very clear from my videos. Assumptions about my lifestyle, and the rest in a miscellaneous group. Starting off nice and easy with age and appearance. You are 40. You look 23. How is there such a huge difference? I have the wisdom of a 40-year-old and the athletic endurance of a 23-year-old. But I'm actually 29 this year. I had my birthday back in September. You have baby soft skin on your face. Thank you. I actually only started to really take care of my skin starting this year, and it's because of YouTube. My mom watched a few of my videos and says I have like too many wrinkles apparently up here, and that I should get Botox or plastic surgery. And I was like, no, they'll love me for what's on the inside. Moving on to my childhood, you were a very popular kid in school and play instruments / do sports. Definitely not. Popular? No. I was awkward and insecure when I was young, all the way throughout high school. I played a lot of games. I played a lot of Dota, a lot of Warcraft 3, The Frozen Throne, Monster Hunter Freedom on the PSP with my nerdy friends. I did play a little bit of basketball. I played the piano for 8 years and got my diploma, meaning I could teach others if I wanted to. But whenever I asked girls to go back home with me, they would be all creeped out for some reason. Just want to play some piano, man. You're the best at math in your batch. Fingers crossed, hope I win. I did enjoy math class a lot. I liked the challenge of hard questions, but I wasn't even close to being the best in my class. Asia. Too many smart kids here. Hated school as a kid because of old rules and having to do things their way when you found easier ways. So sometimes I would find shortcuts, like easier ways to do things, but I never hated school because I enjoyed having a structure and I enjoyed hanging out with my classmates. You hated learning Chinese as a kid, but now totally regret not working hard back then. Okay, this is the best assumption so far because it's so painfully accurate. I grew up in Hong Kong. I went to international school, right, where they taught both English and Chinese. And when I went to the States for boarding school and college, my Chinese proficiency just like tanked because I never used it. And when I moved back, I live and work in Shanghai now. It's very frustrating to meet local clients and dates and not being able to communicate as effectively as I would like to. And more importantly, my hilarious jokes don't go over as well in Chinese, so I really just feel bad for them. Hey, wanna know what material this sweatshirt's made of? Boyfriend material. All right, assumptions about my personality. I assume you are a sarcastic smartass and have been slapped a few times. So I haven't been slapped since I was a kid by my parents, but I'm positive my friends and colleagues have considered slapping me at some point because I really can be a sarcastic sometimes. And the only thing holding them back is probably being fired / being arrested. He's arrogant because he didn't reply to my Insta DM after 2 weeks. Fair comment, fair comment. I try my best to reply to every single YouTube and Red comment, but I think every creator reaches a point where if they reply to every single LinkedIn or like Instagram DM, they wouldn't be physically able to do anything else. So yeah, I'm sorry. Still friends? You're actually cringing taking this video in public. Yes, so I was actually very uncomfortable filming the Instagram story asking you all to submit your assumptions because I'm still not very used to vlogging in public. I'm usually in a very, safe and controlled environment when I'm filming. Procrastinator control freak, is this a thing? I don't know. I can be a control freak sometimes. I also procrastinate other times, so yes. Sweetest guy in the universe. No, Bob Ross is the sweetest guy in the universe. I am a close second. Damn smart, popular person in school / college, foodie, loves traveling, outgoing personality. Thank you. Cushionist for being so nice, but 80% of this sentence is inaccurate. Smart? Sure. Popular person in school / college? No. Awkward and insecure. Foodie? Definitely not. I see food as like a necessity to survive, so I don't really care what I eat. Loves traveling. So you see a nice vacation skiing down a mountain. I see an expensive trip, packing and unpacking a suitcase, wiping down my suitcase, having to do a huge load of laundry when I come back, and not having access to reliable internet for like more than 24 hours. I can literally just feel most of you judging me and being like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? Outgoing personality, yes, on camera and in social settings, but I'm an introvert at heart. I assume that you are incredibly smart and creative. Wait, that's a fact. Thank you for your content. Again, thank you so much for the sentiment, Mundo Notion. I'm a very logical guy, and statistically speaking, my raw IQ and like level of creativity is probably average. If you put the world's population on a bell curve, I'm probably somewhere in the middle. I think I was dealt a great hand, thank you mom and dad, and I work pretty hard, but I don't think I'm like much smarter or more creative than my peers. It's just about the balance of probability. Being funny is very important to you. Honestly, yeah. Growing up, I was awkward and insecure. I couldn't get girls. So like being sarcastic, making jokes was my way of getting attention and being liked. So I was basically the Asian version of Chandler Bing from Friends.
I got her machine.
Her answering machine?
No, interestingly enough, her leaf blower picked on.
I'm much more confident now, but still no girls. Speaking of, let's talk relationships and sexual orientation. Are you straight? Yes, I am. You're single. Yes, I'm currently technically single. I don't know why I said technically there. I'm single. I bet you have a crush on me. Sorry, Fox 3 Legs. I'm only attracted to smart people. No, she's a colleague. She's just messing with me. But I would be curious to hear your thoughts around intra-office dating. I've actually had multiple conversations about this topic, and I think I'd be able to do it if we weren't on the same team. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Handsome ABC living a posh life in Shanghai surrounded by gals. Jeff was surrounded by girls or boys. The phrasing and emoji in this one is a little bit weird, but in the marketing team I'm on right now, we do have like 50% female and 50% male. So yes, I am surrounded by girls and boys. Virgin. No, I'm a Virgo, but I could see where there might be some confusion. Saw your Bumble profile one day. Is that real you? Is that really you? Just curious with a winky face. Bumble? What's that? I get girls a normal way, by buying them a drink and asking them to come back to my place to learn the piano. Assumptions about my lifestyle. You have so much fun living your life off cam. So I think it's fun, but I think the majority of people would not find it fun. I work like 50 to 55 hours a week at my full-time job at Google, another 15 to 20 hours on my YouTube videos. I work out for at least 1 hour every day. I try to get at least 7.5 hours of sleep every night. And if you add in like the meal times, that really doesn't leave me with too much free time. Like there are literally instances where I will block off 2 hours on my calendar to go to a party or go on a date. And even if it's like going super well, I'm having so much fun, I would force myself to leave at the end of the 2 hours because I have something to get done after that. It sounds sad to a lot of people, but self-discipline makes me really happy, so I don't know. Would rather eat out than cook to save energy and time. Yes, but not to just save energy and time. I'm also a terrible cook. I would expect you to recommend someone or books, which brings you inspiration and strength. So I'm someone who recommend books to others. Yes, but only if it's a really good book. I haven't been reading much nonfiction lately. I've been listening to Tools of Titans by Tim Ferriss on audiobook, but I haven't gotten very far with it. Maybe over the holidays. You are always productive and never procrastinate. I don't think anyone can always be productive. For me, I'm very intentional about when I procrastinate. For example, I'll block off like 45 minutes to watch an episode of a TV show, or I'll actually block off time to reply to messages like 3 times a day, once in the morning, once after lunch, and once in the evening, right? So I just feel very efficient that way. You keep a note on your phone full of jokes or puns to reference as needed. Yes, I actually do. So I have an entire Google Photos album dedicated to my favorite memes. And I also love the Instagram account like Dad Says Jokes or something. And I add them to my LOL collection. I wonder if those jokes would work on Bumble. You interact with your fans/friends very personally and frequently. So I reply to almost every comment on my YouTube videos and Red videos here in China, but I'm not very good at keeping in touch with friends because I don't like texting, and apparently I'm very bad at replying to Instagram DMs. I meet up with friends once or at most twice a week, so not that frequently either. We're now in the miscellaneous section and going on to the 30th assumption. Google pays you to do plug Gmail. No. I work at Google. I don't know anyone from the Gmail team, and I'm pretty sure that's against the rules. Besides, Gmail is a great product. All Google products are. I don't need to plug them. You were late today because you were a chauffeur to work instead of taking the subway. No, I'm never late. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. I usually arrive at the office at 7 a.m. and I was taking the Chinese equivalent of Uber, DD. So does that count as being chauffeured? No, right? You need like a chauffeur to be chauffeured. I assume your favorite food is tacos. Nope, my favorite food is a burrito bowl from Chipotle, a semi-healthy, a semi-fast food place in the States. And I chase that down with the tears of my enemies. I assumed that Jeff was gonna live stream tonight on Instagram. I've actually never live streamed on Instagram. I don't even know how to do it. Let me know if you would actually watch that. I assume your cousin or sibling too has told you that you are adopted. What? Isn't that something bullies tell you when you're young? I've never been told this, but the meanest thing I've been called is a hippo because I was very chubby when I was younger. Alright, that's it for today. I think my favorite one was either the one where I save jokes on my phone or the one where I hated learning Chinese as a kid, since that is so accurate. Probably the Chinese one, Congratulations, okay so simple. I'll hit you up on Instagram and donate the money in your name. As you watch me donate $250, let me quickly tell you about the teamseas initiative started by Mark Rober and Mr. Beast, where for every dollar donated, 1 pound of trash is removed from our oceans. They're raising $30 million to clean up beaches, rivers, and oceans, and I did not know that 80% of plastic found in the ocean comes from 1% of the rivers. And so nonprofits like Ocean Conservancy and the Ocean Cleanup are working to tackle this problem. I'll include links to their websites down below if you want to learn more. See you on the next video, and in the meantime, have a great one.